Depending on whatever niche you're in, programming has some interesting twists for you. In this video, our twists will be some controversial choices of ideal programming languages for web development in 2023. We've curated this list to include open source and developer-friendly languages that will aid your learning in the long term. Let's get into it. Number 6. HTML and CSS. Let us skip the debate about whether HTML and CSS are actual programming languages to discuss how they are useful tools for developing a website. HTML, or Hypertext Markup Language, helps you set up the basic functions of a website. It determines things like the position of text and paragraphs on a page, images, and several other elements that combine to create a functional website. CSS, or Cascading Style Sheet, on the other hand, brings what you could call the Picasso effect to your web page. You can use it to create visually appealing components like colors, fonts, and layouts. In other words, while one language develops the foundational structure of your website, the other improves it by adding nice looks. There are multiple reasons why you actually might want to learn HTML and CSS. 1. It is a foundational language that greatly enhances your mastery of others like SQL and JavaScript. It also improves your chances of working in more than one industry. For instance, writers and marketers who know a bit of HTML are better positioned for employment in technical roles than those who don't. To hiring managers, your ability to utilize the web for a place of expertise distinguishes from the average guy. And to make things more fun, you can learn in just a few weeks. Number 5. Ruby. Ruby is super popular for its Ruby on Rails framework. As an open source language, it is currently the choice of tool for companies that need robustness and high processing capacity. For individual developers, Ruby's closeness to the English language makes it easier to learn. We've named it number 5 on the list for reasons like security, cost, efficiency, and speed of development. You can rest assured that there are opportunities for Ruby developers, as top industry names like Airbnb, Shopify, and GitHub rely on language for running their operations. Number 4. PHP. Okay, there's another language you might not agree with. PHP, or Hypertext Preprocessor, has been around for longer than a fair number of developers. It is a language you might be happy to call dead, or if you're the more generous kind, dying. But this is where you're wrong. PHP is present in about 80% of all websites, probably including some of your favorite ones, making it a very prominent language today. Like the two we mentioned earlier, it is pretty easy to learn for developers who are new to the world of programming. The language is open source, so few headaches, and embeds easily with HTML. You can also create your own web page with a single PHP file within a short period of learning. Now let's talk about some advantages of learning an old programming language. Because PHP has been around for a long time, it is less vulnerable to bugs that would normally affect new languages. Several of the main ones were detected and resolved long ago. It has also been consistent with updates, adding new features that maintain stability, and has an enthusiastic army of developers to defend it. The language runs on several frameworks including Laravel, Symfony, and CodeIgniter. Each one makes your work a lot easier, but before going ahead with any, ensure you're familiar with PHP first. Number 3. TypeScript. The TypeScript programming language is a recent evolution of JavaScript because they are linked to each other. You need JavaScript to use this code. Having previous mastery of JavaScript will also make it much easier to adapt it to your uses. TypeScript allows you to edit programs on other web applications and also write yours while at it. The biggest selling point compared to JavaScript is the built-in functionality for detecting errors in your code. Unlike before, you can save time that would otherwise have been spent rewriting code. The most popular framework for TypeScript is Nest.js, which brings upgrades, web development features that you would normally not find in its parent ecosystem. Number 2, Python. If you have disagreed with us up till this point, we seriously doubt that you still do with our number 2 option. Python is easily a favorite among new and professional programmers and has consistently maintained a leading spot among the world's languages. Its multiple benefits for web developers include an ability to handle large-scale complex and data-reliant operations. It has decades of existence behind it and has developed tools to solve just about every challenge a developer might encounter in building a website. It is extremely easy to learn for new developers, and senior-level programmers have few issues to worry about when adapting it to high-grade security requirements. Besides its knack for crunching ungodly amounts of data, Python is also a celebrity language in artificial intelligence and machine learning, some of the trendiest words in technology today. Its popular framework are Django, that immense library that you can count on to reduce the severely boring parts of programming, and Flask, which is less comprehensive but offers more flexibility. We recommend that the framework you select reflects the demands of your operation. Number 1, JavaScript. Earlier in this video, we named CSS the Picasso effect language. We take that back. No disrespect to what the language brings to the table, but JavaScript is easily the royalty code for pleasant user experience. It is behind the quirky features you find on websites such as animated 2D or 3D graphics and interactive maps. JavaScript, HTML, and CSS form the three musketeers of website development, with all providing seamless results when used together. However, JavaScript tops the list for its write once, run anywhere feature and its adaptability to multiple web use cases. It also has a dynamic array of frameworks. React Native is useful for mobile applications, and Node.js enables the language to run on web servers. And there you have our best programming language to learn for web development in 2023. Do you want to learn any of these languages? Be aware of the links of some learning resources in the description. Which language would you prefer to learn and why? Leave your thoughts in the comments section, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next video.